All right, shalom, Akim, shalom. Hey, Yabashmal Shai, Brakathum. To my dear brothers out there, you little and sisters, worshiping the Heavenly Father in spirit and in truth. Before I start, I want to give all praises to the Creator of the heavens and the earth, the God of Israel. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Double to the true teachers of Israel, which is the apostles of the great millstone. They are the bishops. It's double honors to them because they stick to the prophecies. They stick to the 100% truth of what it is that we need to know in these last days, man. All right, peace and mercy once again. As you see the title of this one, it's what's been hot in the spirit is the Israelites will have a happily ever after. What is Nate talking about? Okay, so you know that Bishop Nathaniel, this dude just spilled a lot of madness out the start of this week, was saying that after we establish in the kingdom, after the Heavenly Father destroy America and the Israelites are put back in the rulership, after 1,000 years of the heathens serving hardcore slavery, they're going to somehow be building up weaponry and fight us after 1,000 years. And the Heavenly Father are going to then save us from the heathen after they then already got took down in this current day. They got took down in this current day. But during slavery, you know, when the Israelites is on top of them, you know, they're going to somehow build up these weapons and everything. And it's madness. It doesn't fit Bible prophecy. See, the thing is that when Yahweh Shemal Shai spirit is truly dealing with you, you understand the prophecies. And when you understand the prophecies, when men like Nathaniel 7 of the IUIC, when they say things like the heathen is going to somehow, you know what I'm saying, come and build after 1,000 years, man, it doesn't fit the prophecies. It doesn't fit the prophecies. It's all about the prophecies. What does the prophecy say? And that's what we're going to show you in this lesson. I'm going to go to the prophecies. Because a man could say this and a man could say that. But what does it say in Romans chapter 3? It says, let the Most High be true, but every man a liar. You know what? I started off with that. That's random, but that's how we able to, you know what I'm saying, not let a man deceive you. Because if a man ain't talking about what the Heavenly Father talking about, then he's a liar. All right? This is Romans 3 and 4. It says, the Heavenly Father, let me start at 3. It says, for what if some do not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of the Heavenly Father without effect? The Heavenly Father forbid. Yea, let the Heavenly Father be true, but every man a liar. So that goes for any man walking this planet Earth. If he's not talking about what the God of Israel is talking about, then he's a liar. If he's not matching up with the prophecies of what he said, then he's a liar. You know? Let's go right here, though, to the famous clip of Nathaniel 7 speaking that madness. I'm right here. Let's play this real quick.
But then guess what? The Lord's going to tell us, release them. Let them go out. And their job, Gog and Magog, they're going to gather together an assembly of nations. They're going to be building weapons again.
In the latter years.
When?
In the latter years.
So now we might think that latter years is now, but it's not based on Revelation 20. It's letting you know it's after when, brothers? 1,000-year reign. Go ahead.
Shalom, brothers and sisters out there.
So, you brothers and sisters seen that very well, man. You know what I mean? This dude said that after 1,000 years, we're going to let them go loose or something, which makes absolutely no fucking sense. And then they're going to build up. They're going to build up, and then they're going to come against us. That's not according to Bible prophecy. And the reason why I got a happy ever after is because, you know, like you think about Disney, you think about, you know, these different movies that is somebody go through a hell of a hardships, and then at the end they be victorious and they live a life of happiness after all of it. A happy after all, or happily ever after. Well, that's what's going to be for the Israelites. We didn't suffer enough of fighting against these nations, and now the Heavenly Father is going to give us that happy ever after. Matter of fact, it's an idiom, and it says to live. I'm over here on People Always Ask. It means to live happily for the rest of one's life. And then I have it right here. It says, commonly used in fairy tales and storytelling to describe a happy ending where characters live happily for the rest of their lives. So that's what the Heavenly Father has planned for us after we be delivered from America. We're going straight into the kingdom to live a happy ever after. That's where we're going to. Ain't gonna be nobody fighting against us or coming up against us. We're gonna be in eternal rest. Okay? That's where we're gonna be, according to Bible prophecy. Alright? Now, let's jump to the prophecies here. Straight to the point for you. Now, in the prophecy of Micah, chapter 4, verse 1, it says, but in the last days it shall come to pass that the mountain of the house of the Lord should be established in the top of the mountains. And this prophecy is also found in Isaiah, the 2nd chapter. And you notice that it's the title is called Peaceful Latter Days. Okay? We're going to have peace after being delivered from this side. Matter of fact, man, we've been searching for like an eternal peace since we got kicked out of the garden. So this is, we truly have that what they call like fairy tales or Disney Channel movie. You know what I'm saying, if you will. We truly are living that. We ain't been back home in eternal peace, you know, since we got kicked out of the garden. All right? The most we had was the peace that Solomon was given for 40 years. And that was that. But now we're finna get ready to live the happy ever after, and nobody's gonna rise up against us, or nothing is gonna happen. And this is the prophecy. This is also found in Isaiah 2 and in the Isaiah the 2nd chapter. It says, but in the last days it shall come to pass that the mountain of the house of the Lord shall be established in the top of the mountains, and it should be exalted above the hills, and people shall flow onto it. So when we get established, mountains represent governments, and we're going to be the top of all governments, the top of the mountains. We're going to be the top of the mountains. Hills represent small governments, and all people are going to flow on to us. All the nations are going to be learning the ways of the Bible, all right? It says, and many nations shall come and say, come and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, the government of the Lord, in the house of the God of Jacob, and he will teach us his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For the law shall go forth of Zion, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. So the law is going to be established. The scriptures, the statute, laws, and commandments are going to be established throughout the whole planet. All the nations are going to know that they have to follow the statute, laws, and commandments, and they're going to say, come, let us go up to the mountain of the Lord. There's going to be a spirit on them to want to do that. Because when we get into power, the earth is going to be put back in peace. Okay? So they're going to see that when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. The nations are going to feel that. Okay? It says, and he shall judge among many people and rebuke strong nations afar off. And they shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. So that right there is a super cut to Nathaniel 7 of the IUIC. Bishop Nathaniel. That's a super cut right there. Because it says they should turn their spears into pruning hooks. Meaning they're going to put down the weapons of war, and then they're going to pick up the weapons that build a nation, agriculture. The nations are going to be building up fields and restoring the earth, the plenteousness of the earth. Okay? That's what's finna be going down. You know? And it says, nation should not lift up sword against nation, neither should they learn war anymore. after we ain't established, ain't gonna be no more war being learned. No more war being planted or plotted out. We're not gonna say let's let them go, and then they go build weapons against us. Like I was hearing the brother in SC. He was saying, where they gonna get the weapons from? You know, where they gonna get the tools from to build all these different weapons? Matter of fact, I'm gonna show you that the Lord gonna have us burn all the weapons off the earth. That's what's gonna happen. So they're gonna put down all the weapons of war and start picking up agricultural tools. You know, and start building back the earth in righteousness. You know? You know? Now when you look up, when I looked up plowshare, it goes back to the Hebrew word athah or ath, and it says, when you look at the Strong's definition, it says a hoe or other digging implement. A hoe is that tool that you beat the ground with to break up the earth. That's what they're gonna be doing. You know? And they're not gonna dare try to come up against the Israelites, because we're gonna have spiritual power. It says, but they shall sit every man under his vine and under his fig tree, and none shall make them afraid. Ain't nobody gonna make us afraid. Ain't nobody gonna be, we got one more war to look forward to after all is said and done over here in America. We got one more war. Nah, ain't none of that. It says, for the mouth of the Lord has spoken it. For all people will walk, everyone in the name of his God, and we will walk in the name of the Lord our God forever and ever. It's going to be a happy ever after. And it says, in that day, saith the Lord, will I assemble her that are halted, and gather her that is driven out, and her that have been afflicted, which is the Israelites. The Lord going to gather us back up again. So that's the precept to show you that clear-cut precept just cut everything Nate was talking about. And how he clearly broke down Revelations, the 20th chapter, very wrong. You know? Revelations, the 20th chapter, was talking about Esau, Edom coming out of the caves and living in this little season as NATO and the EU, destroying and being deceptive in the earth. And then he's going to fight against the Lord. He's going to fight against the Lord, and he's going to be put in the lake of fire, which is the nuclear destruction. And we're going to be delivered at the same time. And then we're going to live our happy ever after. You know? And all the nations are going to serve the statute, laws, and commandments of the Heavenly Father. They're going to serve the Israelites for 1,000-year period of hardcore slavery. After a 1,000-year period of hardcore slavery, we're going to put the other nations in their lands. We're going to give them their portions. And Esau, Edom, the separate claim white people, they're going to get burned off the earth according to the book of Obadiah. And the Israelites is going to rule forevermore. And the earth is going to be established in righteousness under Yahweh Ba'ashem El Shai. That's how it goes. That's how that story ends. That's the happy ever after. So we don't know what Nate is talking about, you know. Now when you go to the book of Ezekiel, you go to the book of Ezekiel chapter 39, verse 7. It tells you something very clear, because how is it that the nation's we're going to set them free and they're going to build up all these weapons or whatever, but the scriptures say in Ezekiel, after we get into power, we get our spiritual power, and we start taking over the planet Earth, one of the things that the Lord is going to put in our spirit to do, according to prophecy, is to burn the weapons off the earth. So then how are they going to get the weapons? Let's go. Ezekiel 30:97. It says, so will I make my holy name known in the midst of my people Israel, and I will not let them pollute my holy name anymore. And the heathen shall know that I am the Lord, the Holy One of Israel. So when we get them, you know what I'm saying? The heathen going to know who Yahweh Ba'ashem El Shai is, because we're going to be instilling it in them. And that's going to be through hardcore slavery. It says, behold, it is come and is done, saith the Lord power. This is the day whereof I have spoken. Now listen to this prophecy right here. It says, and they that dwell in the cities of Israel shall go forth, and shall set on fire and burn the weapons, both the shields, the bucklers, the bow, the arrows, the hand staves and the spears, and they shall burn them with fire 7 years, so that they shall take no wood out of the field, neither cut down any out of the forest. For they shall burn the weapons with fire, and they shall spoil those that spoiled them, and rob those that robbed them, saith the Lord power. That's the prophecy right there. How are they going to get all these weapons, and we're going to burn them with spiritual power? See, like brother in the saying, Nathaniel 7, you know, that dude is sold. You know, that's he's doing the bidding of the devil. Okay? They told him to do that. To throw a lot of Israelites off of thinking that this war ain't gonna happen or something, or you don't have to worry about war. No, you do need to worry about the war, because the Lord got that written in the prophecies. It's like he's trying to throw Jake off. So Jake, you know what Jake gonna do? They're just gonna continue to be living their little crusty American lifestyle, not thinking that nothing is gonna happen. Because this same dude said that Jacob's trouble wasn't gonna come. He's telling you that the Charagma, the Revelation, the 13th chapter, he's telling you that it's not the micro C hip. And he's also telling you that we don't know the name of the Lord. This dude is trying to completely throw you off the course, you Israelites. And you have to understand that. He's trying to throw you off the course. So he's trying to say that, he's basically saying that war is not going to happen or something. That's what he's saying. You don't have to worry about it. That's why he brought that out. He's telling you, he ain't tell you about the name. This dude said that Jacob's trouble wasn't going to come. And he's telling you that Revelation, the 13th chapter, is not the micro C hip. This dude is steering you Israelites straight into a trap. And it's all for money and power and glitz and glamour. You know, and a lot of Israelites, sadly, you stuck under his spell. I got a spell on you. That's why you got to stick to the prophecies. What does the prophecy say? That's how you know if a man is really about Yahweh Shema Shai, because he'll stick to what the prophecies say. He'll be about the prophecies. When you know the prophecies, you will know when the man is lying to you. Let the Heavenly Father be true, but every man a liar. You know? Isaiah 16 and 18, this is when we're in the kingdom. Getting straight to the point. When we're in the kingdom, the scriptures say, Isaiah 16 and 18, violence shall no more be heard in the land. If they building up weapons and all this stuff, that means that violence is there. Violence shall no more be heard in the land, wasting nor destruction within thy borders. But thou shalt call thy wall salvation, and the gates of praise. And thy gates praise. The sun shall no more, you know what? Just the 18th verse, that's just the main point. You know? No more violence. If they building up weapons, that's violence. That means that we got to fight again and take people down. It ain't going down like that. That ain't how the prophecies have it written. So I just quickly went over the end time prophecies and showing you that all nations is going to be learning the statute, laws, and commandments. They're going to be coming up to the mountains, our mountains, and learning. And they're going to beat their spears into plowshares. They're going to put all the weapons of war down, and they're going to pick up weapons that build a nation. You know? Hoes and shovels. They're going to be building aqueducts and all of that. And then we went to the prophecy of Ezekiel where we're going to burn all the weapons off the earth. And we showed you that no more violence will be in the earth. So Israel will have a happy ever after. That's how it's going to go. So what is Nate talking about? We don't know what he's talking about. He's being a deceiver. Okay? But hey, through spirit and power, Yahweh Shema Shai, the water for you brothers that stopped by, little amount of sisters. Hope that was edifying. Yahweh Shema Shai, Brakatham, Akim Step. Shalom.